Hey Taurus, welcome to your general energy reading for February 16th through the 28th. Hope you guys are well. Grab your sips and let's get right into it. So, as I was meditating on your energy, I heard a couple of messages. The first one that came out was Born to Survive. And the second one that came out was Go Big. And I also had a vision in my head of someone who was tap dancing. So let's see how those all fit in. I started by pulling a couple of oracle cards to see what the overall energy is for you guys surrounding this reading. The first one that came out is Peace. And the second one that came out is Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So let's get into a little bit of tarot and get the energy that's surrounding you, along with any challenges, obstacles, advice from spirit, and the potential outcome. So for your current energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be unknown, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Knight of Cups. For advice from spirit, wow, that is a lot of cards. We'll take the one that flipped over. We have the Emperor in reverse. And for the potential outcome, a lot more cards came out. We'll take this one. We have the Hierophant. Okay, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages just a little bit for you guys. So for your current energy, okay, we have a few that came out. We have the Last Judgment in reverse. We also have Judgment in reverse, and we have the Seven of Cups upright. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. For advice from spirit, the card that flipped out is the Two of Pentacles. And for the potential outcome, we have the Princess of Swords. Okay, so let's get an oracle deck and see if there are any additional messages before we get into the reading. Okay, so for your current energy, we have incoming, we have challenge, and we have leveling up. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have perspective. For advice from spirit, we have inner peace. And for the potential outcome, we have crisis. All right, and I promise that's not as bad as it sounds. So let's get into it. So with the two oracle cards that came out for you guys, and I also want to note that the candle that I lit, it went out at some point during the shuffling. So we'll see if that ties into your reading as well. But for the overall energy, having peace and trusting your path, it almost feels as like you're questioning where you are in life right now and whether or not you're taking the right steps to get to where it is that you want to be in. Perhaps that's in career, or maybe that's the type of lifestyle that you want to live. But, there's a little bit of churn that I'm feeling that's happening for you guys in this moment. And, it's one of those things where if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Like, what steps would you take? Would you go big if you knew that you had all the support in the world? Or would you just kind of continue to, take these teeny tiny little steps, towards your goal? So let's get into the tarot and see what that has to say. So for your current energy, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Last Judgment in reverse, Justice in reverse, Seven of Cups, and we also have a few oracle cards that came out. The first one is incoming. News or message, game changer, surprise invitation, insights, gift, making connections. We also have challenge, delay or detour beneficial, revise, rethink, follow signs, guidance, test before leveling up, which is interesting because the very next card that we have is leveling up. You deserve the best, major improvement, doing inner work, dealing with past hurts. So, looking at these cards, it feels as though you are in a place of waiting, right? Like you've put the work in, I think, and you've narrowed down what it is that you want your life to be, what you want your life to look like. But there hasn't been necessarily a resolution to that mindset. It's kind of like, all right, I know that this is the path that I want. And I've put in the work, I think, to be on that path and to get what it is that I do want. But it hasn't happened yet. I haven't had, that final resolution to this. And what we have with the Seven of Cups, it feels like you're starting to weigh your options. Like, okay, well, what can I do differently? Do I need to do more of this? Do I need to do less of that? Do I need to get on a different path completely? And it feels like you're waiting for some sort of sign, right? Some sort of indicator that you are doing the right things and you are exactly where you're meant to be right now in this moment. It's a little bit difficult. It seems to be taking quite some time, but I don't get the sense that you're sitting passively and just simply waiting for it to happen. I think that you believe truly in your heart that this is something that you deserve. This is something that you've worked for, that you've put the effort behind. And so it's a little bit confusing, I think, as to why it hasn't come to fruition right now for you. When we look at the challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have perspective. Gaining clarity, see other side, consideration, impression versus fact, and taking responsibility for your life. So looking at the challenges, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it doesn't feel as though you're in a place that is stable or comfortable for you, at least not in the way that you have envisioned. And you're waiting for something to come along to sort of spark that bit of optimism that says, yeah, this is absolutely going to happen for you, like it's on its way. And it also doesn't seem as though you've gotten a ton of support on your journey right now. And you're trying to figure out, well, who can I work with? Who can I be supportive? How can I get these things, that I'm looking for? And it's a little bit difficult for you right now, I feel like, to sort of change your mindset from nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, to a mindset of I've put in the work, I'm leaving it up to the divine. There's something bubbling beneath the surface that maybe I just can't see yet. When we look at the advice from Spirit, we have the Emperor in reverse, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we also have inner peace. Clearing past and ancient trauma, physical, mental, and spiritual practices, love inner child. So Spirit is saying that you need to let go just a little bit. You need to let go of trying to control the outcome because it's on its way, right? You need in this moment to find that balance, with the Two of Pentacles and the inner peace card that came out along with the overall energy of peace. It's time to get your footing, get grounded. And I also want to point out that the oracle card for the overall energy with peace, the card number is 23, which breaks down to 5. And that is really all about transformation, right? That's not the most stable number. that we encounter, but it does lead to changes. But Spirit is telling you right now that it's time to let go of holding the reins so tightly on what it is that you want, that you can't find calm within yourself. You have to be grounded. You have to find that balance and sort of let things play out. What we have in terms of the potential outcome, we have the Hierophant, we have the Princess of Swords, and we also have Crisis. Restructuring life, blessing within, clearing space, bring solution, see deepest needs and emotions. So I think that once you find your footing and start trusting that you are on the right path, that you've put in the work, you're going to get that clarity, right? You're going to clear out that sort of negativity and uncertain energy that's been swirling around you. And you're going to figure out if there are any additional steps that you need to take to sort of get to that finish line. There's no more hesitation, no more tap dancing, no more doubting that you are enough and that what you've done is enough. I think you're going to shift your mindset and know that things are coming to you, those things that you've worked for, those things that you've deserved. You're going to clear that out and you're going to invite some very, very good stuff in. So let's pull one last oracle card for you guys and see if there are any final messages from Spirit. Okay, so we have two that came out, or actually we have three. The first one is forgive and forget. The second one is tune out distractions. And the third one is face your shadow. Okay, so with these cards, the final message that Spirit really has for you, and this sort of ties into the energy from their advice, finding inner peace, clearing past and ancient trauma. If there's something that hasn't worked out for you in the past, it's time to let that go, because that sort of residual energy might be keeping you from believing that you can actually get what it is that you want this time around. Don't let any noise or chatter or, those little voices in the back of your mind tell you that it's not possible, because it is. So tune that out. Figure out a way to clear that out of your head. Meditate, talk to people, go for a run, burn off that excess energy, but get that out of your head. And I think through that process, it might be helpful in facing your shadow to get to the root of what it is that may have happened previously and how it could potentially lead to you feeling as though you're not going to get what it is that you want this go round. So it seems like all that you need right now is a little bit of self-work, but understand that you were born for this. You were born to get what it is that you want. There is absolutely nothing stopping you except for maybe you. So clear that space, find your peace, and let the goodness come in. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that it resonated somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future readings. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.